Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Paul and this channel is all about overlanding, building trucks and everything in between. So in this episode I've decided we're going to put the Canopy back on my pickup truck. There, Heimdall, he's over there, he's not in shot, but yeah, we've got a little bit of work to do to this because I cut the rear off this, so it's got to have some new checker plate and bits first, and then really all it needs is mounting and some wiring. Yes, I've got a little bit of work to do to the back of this Canopy because originally it has a shelf where it had a jerry can here and a spare tyre bracket up here with the spare tyre sitting on the shelf, but now the spare tyre and stuff is on the back of the truck permanently. We just need to tidy all this up. Now I've got some offcuts of checker plate that were left over from doing the bed on the pickup, and I'm hoping we can actually, I may have to do it in two pieces with a join, but some of these rivets I'm going to have to take out and change for countersunk ones because I want the piece of checker plate bonded on. It will have some rivets in it, but bonded flush, if you know what I mean. This needs grinding off because it's actually tucked over the top of a weld, so that's got a lump in it, so I've got to sort that. It's only like 10 and grind all this other glue off, but it's only like 10-15 minutes worth of cleaning it up and changing some rivets. But I need to get it mounted on the back of the truck and off these legs that it's on. These legs are actually on screw jacks, so this can be lifted up and down on the back, on and off the back of the truck. But I need to get it mounted on here, so it's going to fit from about there to, I think it's 25 mil in from the back of the truck. So I just need to tidy the back of the Canopy up. There's 4 bolts that hold it in place, which we haven't drilled yet, but they are in the Canopy. But yeah, it's a pretty simple job to do, but it's just tidying this back up. And then I've got to sort out the wiring, and I think Karen's hiding around this side of the truck. Oh no, she's running away. There she goes. The solar panel's got to be plugged back in, which I disconnected, so it wasn't just putting power into the solar controller. That's all one wire. This wire is already in place on the back of the truck, but I'm pretty sure it's short and doesn't reach. And this one's got to go to the battery, which I'm pretty sure is going to be short as well. So 2 wires have got to be extended, and that's it. This can be mounted back on the truck, and it means I can get all the stuff out of my workshop, because the fridge freezer needs to go back in, all my cooker, all the equipment. There was one thing missing out of here, which is my oven, which has actually been fitted in the back of the other truck. So when I can find one, I need another 12-volt oven, because Cameron says we don't need 12-volt oven on the back, in the back of this, but I quite like having one because it's useful. So I do need to find another one. Clean the back of this out, and like I say, put everything back in. But the bolts go, can I actually, there's the bolt hole. There's one of the bolt holes. It used to have 8 bolts, so there's one there and one over here. There's literally one there underneath that drawer, which I don't know if we can actually see. You can see this has had water in it over the winter as well, with it sitting outside. But I'll just pull the drawer out, which is I can't do with one hand. So there's one bolt hole there, and there's 2 in the middle. We're not using those. I've put extra structural bits into that tray, so this is just going to mount with the 4 bolts. So my first job, go and do some measure taping, actually see if I've actually got enough checker plate to do this. Otherwise I'm going to have to buy a whole new sheet, and that's like 100 quid a sheet at the moment. So if I can avoid spending that, I will. And like I said, I really didn't want to do it in 2 pieces, but you know, needs must, and it's not going to look that bad in 2 pieces. So I don't know how I'm going to do it though. Let's go and see what checker plate we've got. So these are all the offcuts of checker plate left over from doing the tray on the pickup. So I've got these, which are going to be, they're long enough but not wide enough, and that's just a narrow strip, because when I had those cut, I had to just buy the whole sheets, and they just gave me the offcuts. So really all I've got is that's going to be too short. I scrapped the other pieces of aluminium because we bent them getting them off. They were no good for anything. So all I've got is this. So I have got a guillotine here that we could probably cut that in two. It'll give us the width, or I have to see what that is, because I think that canopy's 1200 and something odd mil wide. So let's see what we can do with that. Let's do some measuring and see what we end up with. Oh, that's a shame. None of that actually fits. We can't even do it in pieces. It doesn't work. So I'm going to have to go and get a piece of checker plate for that. That's annoying. Yeah, well, flickery light. Go back outside. The width and the height just don't work out. It'd just look crap, basically. So Sunday today, it's bank holiday Monday tomorrow, so I'll go and get a piece on Tuesday. But I've just been having a look at this, and there's a few bits I can actually pull out. Let's go around the other side. That inverter up there, that can go. That can be unwired, because that inverter actually does not work. I'll take out this is where there was an inverter in here as well. We used to have one there, and I ended up putting it up there. But that can definitely go, because that one isn't charging, and we took that one out ages ago. I'll actually use the Jackery now instead. The Jackery works much better, even though, you know, that is hardwired to the truck. But the Jackery, once it's on charge, puts out 240 volt anyway. So yeah, well, Jackery in here will work just as good. Hang on. Nosy dog. So I'll unwire that, and I'm actually going to pop these rivets out and put them in from this side so they look neater. I don't like this, it doesn't look good. So I'm just going to unrivet them and put them in from the other way. And the same with this, and blank them off going the other way. But that's all I can do really. I can, well, as it's bank holiday, I'll clean this up tomorrow and make a template for the checker plate. As I've got to wait till tomorrow to go and pick up the checker plate, I thought I'd just have a go at putting the canopy on the back of the truck. I'm kind of desperate to see what it's going to look like, guys. I've got the picture in my head, and I just hope it all fits. It should do. I don't see why it shouldn't. It's all the same height as it used to be. But I'm just hoping that roof tent clears that bar, that tyre and that roof, or at least that tyre. So I've got it all jacked up on its legs. I'm just rolling the truck under, just pushing the support stands out the way. It's the first time it's ever been on. I really need to do this today for the simple reason, let me tell you. I've just been practice flying the drone, and I haven't flown the drone for a good year, since the last time we were in Spain. I thought I'll give the drone a test, make sure everything works on it. Taking it up to 100 meters, flown it round, had a look, checked all the camera. Yeah, brilliant. Brought it down into the yard here, hang on, into the garden here, and flown it up there, and flown it backwards, and flown it straight into the van, and smashed the camera. It's, I think it's ripped the ribbon cable on internally. The drone still flies, it still works, it's marked the leg, but the camera's stopped working. So I thought I'd do this because it's probably not as won't cost me as much as smashing the drone. I think I'm going to have to go and buy a new drone, because we're going away in 5 weeks, and I will need a drone while we're away again. I thought, oh, Karen's going to kill me when she gets home. She doesn't know yet. Wish me luck. If I turn up tomorrow, I've got a black eye, you'll know what it was. But I can't believe I've just done that. So I thought, better part of valor, let's put this on. Handbrakes up. Well, it's going to clear, I think. I'm going to have to move the supports. Actually think I'm a little bit too far this way. I am. Let's lock the steering wheel over. Well, it's going to clear, that's the problem. Just hoping it's going to clear that. All this was done with just by measuring. So until you actually put something together, you don't actually know. Hang on, Ted's turned up. Say hello, Ted. Oh, looks cool. It's going to clear with ease. By the looks of it, it's got plenty of room above the roll bar on the tyre. Oh yes. I said, still got to do the checker plate tomorrow, so I'm not actually going to sit it on the bed tonight. I'll pull it forward, get this cleaned, get that riveted on and glued, and then put it in place. And that can be mounted tomorrow. It can pretty much stay up on these legs tonight. I've just got to get the, that distance and that distance. It's a little bit over, it needs to come over this way just a touch. Ooh. Yeah, that's cool. Right, I can't wait to get the checker plate tomorrow. Right, we've got through the bank holiday weekend. I've been out and got some checker plate this morning, which is sitting there on the floor. These are just some rough marks I've put on it. I'm going to offer it up in a minute. Again, we're in the workshop, guys, with the flickery lights, so apologies for that. But I'm just going to show you the back of the truck. Ooh, that's very stroby. Right, we're on the back of the canopy here. I've just got to sort out a couple of bits. I've just scraped off the body seaming mastic that was on here. But to get the correct measurement, the marks on that piece of checker plate aren't exact. So I need to get these legs off. So what I'm thinking of doing is actually putting this onto the back of the truck. But first I want to sort out that because it's raised. Because if I remember when I built this, I welded that on and then we put this on, so it wasn't cut right, so we just forced it in. I'll just grind that off because it's behind the checker plate, you won't see it. Grind that out smooth. I want to change these rivets for countersunk rivets. Those ones, that one, knock these ones out. And then I can just offer the piece up once it's sitting on the back of the truck. But I'll get the drill, I'll knock these out and I'll put some countersunk rivets in. They're nice soft rivets. I think that's all of them. Yep, every one but that one. Get a punch for that one. Just wondering if I can tap that in. Yeah, well, that'll be flat enough for what I need. So I've countersunk all these holes. So I'll just bang some rivets in them, and we'll get this on the back of the truck. Definitely getting there, guys. Definitely getting there. Got all those in. All nice countersunk rivets, so they won't interfere with my new piece of checker plate. Ted's here. Say hello, Ted. Hello, Ted. Hello, needy dog who's got junk in his eyes again. Oh, poor Ted. You've been ignored. God. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I've got all the rivets in. I'm going to put this on the back of the truck now so I can move it away from this corner, because I'm literally that far away from the wall and the barbecue. So I need to lower this on the truck, wind up the legs, and then at least I can move it forwards. Because sitting on its legs, it's pretty immobile at the moment. I've got all the marks. All these are the marks that I know where it needs to land on the tray, and the centre line and everything for drilling for the bolts. I can't take the legs off yet because I need to drill it first, because I'll have to drill it, pick it back up, clean the swarf out from underneath, then lower it back down and bolt it on, and there it will stay for a while until things happen in the future, which I'm not telling you about because I don't know if it's going to come off yet. But yeah, let's get this on the back of the truck. Exciting time. The Eagle has landed, guys. It's actually on the back of the truck and it looks amazing. I am so pleased with that. Now let me just show you how it's going to bolt on. Now these are my bolt holes. So I've got one there, one there, one there, one over there. Now they all line up with cross members underneath the truck. So this is my centre line of the tray. The people who cut the checker plate didn't cut it in the right place. Look, it's like 6 mil short. It annoys me. The bolt hole there lines up with a cross member that's welded in under the chassis, under the tray. So drill through that, bolt it there. There is another one there. Now this one doesn't quite line up. Not exactly. It's a little bit too far back. It's gonna be on the edge. If you have a look at that is the centre of that bar underneath, and that's the centre of that. So it's going to be very close to the edge, that one. But should be okay if I drill at a slight angle to move it. Should be okay. These ones line up with the main support in the tray, the actual centre of the tray. This tray is pretty much identical to the one that we took off, but one of the jobs I've got to do, I want to change these bolts out. Those bolts are 4.8 bolts instead of 8.8. So I didn't realise when I put them in they were 4.8s, and it annoys me now. I'm going to have to change them. Doing those two front ones are going to be a pig. The other one's dead easy. But yeah, I can't wait to get rid of these legs. I am so sick of seeing this canopy sitting on these legs. But clearance wise, we're good. We've actually got a little bit more clearance than we had with the original setup, because this roof tent would have come out to here. But we've got about 10, maybe 15 mil more clearance, which is good. Teddy thinks he's going somewhere, and he really isn't. Come on, out to the truck. Oh. Every time I have the door open on the truck, it's like, are we going somewhere? Not until we've bolted this on, mate. But yeah, I can't wait to get those legs off and see what it actually looks like. Wow, long time coming, long time coming. Oh, I'm so pleased. I am so chuffed today. That's the first one drilled. In fact, I've done 2 of them. They line up exactly where I thought they would. They've just come through there, and the same on the back one. They're both sitting a little, they're not quite central, they're sitting a little bit further back than I expected, but they're in. Hiya Ted. You can't get anything done round here. But yeah, they're lining up, they're going in just right. So that's good. It means I can use a tape measure. So I'll get the other ones drilled, measure these ones, make sure they're going to line up, get them drilled, lift this canopy back up, get the swarf out from underneath, because there'll be aluminium and steel under there, clean that out, and then bolt this down for good. Well, for now anyway. That's all the holes drilled. Just going to clean all the swarf out now. Got that. Oh. Well, that's it. It's actually finally back on the truck. The legs aren't actually touching anything. They're wound on, they're wound all the way down, up? Yeah, up. So all the weight is on the back of the truck. Wow. Right, I can finally take these bloody legs off and get them out of my way, move the truck forward. Right, I need a 10mm, a 13mm, and my cordless ratchet's broke. I dropped it the other day and smashed the trigger on that, so I've broken the drone and my cordless ratchet in 2 days. That's not bad going, is it? Right, I'll get all this off manually. Finally, after 2 years, we've got the legs off the canopy. We can move the truck forward now and see what it looks like. I've moved it. There you go. That's what it really looks like. And Ted's here, just for a change. It's all back on. Well, it isn't all back on. It's just sitting there. I've got to bolt it on and obviously do the check plate on the back. But, wow. That is going to make all the difference, having that weight there. Toolbox here. Ladders are going to fit in there for the roof tent. They fit perfectly. I've just got to make some way of attaching them. So happy. Just so happy. It moves, it drives, it's all back together. It's not sitting over there on my drive anymore. What a job. What a year. What a 2 years. Well, tell me what you think, guys. Leave your comments below. The weight definitely sits better on that because the suspension's nowhere near as far down on the back. That's going to ride so much better. And it's actually lighter than it was originally. I reckon we're a good few 100 kilos lighter than it was. Now we've lost that rear winch tray. Load of the reinforcing from underneath. If we put lighter tyres on, that would probably make it lighter too. Put a different type of tyre on, but I do like these Toyos. So, piece of checker plate on the back and bolt this all in. Karen got back from work. I'm just going to see what she thinks.
Yeah, looks really good now. Love it.
It's completely different, but all exactly the same, isn't it?
Yeah, but in a bit of a different place. The middle bits.
Oh yeah, we've stretched it.
Yeah, we stretched it. Yeah.
Looks like the same truck, but doesn't.
Doesn't. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, it looks really good now. Really nice. Happy.
Happy? Cool. Well, what we're going to do now is actually load the truck up because I need the space in the workshop. So I need to get the fridge, the freezer, no, sorry, the fridge, freezer, the boxes, all the camping stuff that lives in that truck, back in that truck. I've been at this since 8 o'clock this morning. It's now 7 o'clock at night and I'm still loading stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You can help.
Okay.
Right, when I said there's a lot of stuff to go back in that truck, there is. There's fridge, freezer, all of those boxes, that box, those chairs, that ladder, possibly the other ladder. We have to work out which one we need to put in. And cooker. Yeah, so basically we can clear all that spot. Oh, and that jackery as well.
Yeah.
That jackery there. I suppose we better start carrying this stuff out.
Yeah. Get a duster.
I wasn't worried about it being dusty, but
I don't like it being dusty.
I've put some stuff in. Right, let's start up moving stuff. Okay. Wow, it's been a long day. I've got all the stuff back in the truck. Well, all that I want to put back in tonight. It's starting to fill up in there. I've got the max tracks back on the roof. As you've seen, everything's bolted on. There's a few things left to do, like rock sliders or side steps, water pipe for the water tank, that isn't on, and some electrics. Hello, Teddy. But it's now nearly 8 o'clock at night, so I started at 8 o'clock this morning and I actually can't remember what I've filmed and what I haven't, guys. It's been that long. But all this works. I'm going to turn the power on. So that all lights back up. But right, we'll get back on we'll get back on this in the morning once I've learnt to speak again and finish this mess of wiring. Starting to look like a truck again. I don't know if I showed you the back. There's the back. It's looking good. Right, we'll finish this tomorrow. Well, I went to start the wiring this morning. I haven't got the wires, which I've just ordered, and now it's started to chuck it down. So I'm going to wait till this stops raining and my cable turns up. Been dry for weeks. The moment I get this done, every time I win. Right, we'll be back to you when it stops raining. It's the next day, guys, and I'm still waiting for the wire to turn up, so I can't get on with the wiring, but I have had a delivery of parts and I've just had all this stuff arrive. 2 CBs. This is the exact CB that's in the truck. I tell a lie, it isn't the exact CB. The one that's in the truck is a Delta. But Delta don't exist anymore, and Thunderpole make exactly the same CB, so it's the T2000 now, because the CB in the truck's died. It stood over, last winter and before, and when we turned it on, it won't transmit. I pulled the back off it, and the circuit board's corroded. So, new CB. 2 steering gaiters for the front, because I've noticed both gaiters have got a tiny little split in them, so it's just on the drag link, so I'll put some new gaiters on. I've had these come from these people. Quick plug for them. Not sponsored, I paid for these guys. They're isolation rings for the rear suspension, because they weren't in the when we were doing the MOT, we had a look and it was like, oh, they're not in, but there's some new ones to go in. There's my new chopping board off Mark. He gave me that last year. It's the first time it's been on camera. So cheers, mate. And there's another CB there that's going in Beryl. I'm putting the same CBs in both trucks. She's got a Thunderpole in, but it's one of the little ones, like the mini ones. It's great, it works. But it hasn't got the range on it that these ones have got. I noticed last time we were out, because Mark's got I think he's got a T3000 in his truck, and he was getting a good way from us. We could hear him, but he couldn't hear us. So I'm changing this to this one. So I've got a couple of CBs to put in, a couple of isolation cones, and a couple of steering ball joint gaiters. What do you want to do first? I reckon CB, because that's just plug and play, because the fittings are identical to the one that's in. I wasn't going to do this, just a quick. I was unboxing it to have a look what comes with it myself. That's everything we need. Don't need any of that, because the CB I've got already, that's the same fittings, already hardwired. That mic's actually a bit bigger than the one I've got. I probably won't use that one. And it's very hard to do with one hand. Yep, identical to the one that's in the truck, only this one says Thunderpole and the other one says Delta. Perfect, that'll go straight in. So I'll put my boots on, we'll go and fit this. That's my CB that's died. Literally, I took it out the other day, took the bottom off, and there's corrosion on the circuit board. It's got damp in here. Well, it's been sitting for the last few months. So, as you can see, the make of that one. And the Thunderpole is identical. So it's just plug and play. Quick swap over, job done for that. As I was looking all over the place for the other make and couldn't find it, and then this Thunderpole one popped up. I thought, that's the same CB. So it is. So I can plug everything in and not have to change anything. I am going to have to change all the stuff in the other truck because that's got a different CB in, but I'm pleased about this one. The only thing is I can't swear it in because Mark's got my swear meter at the moment, so I'll have to get that off him over the weekend. But it doesn't stop me putting it in. I just won't transmit on it till I've checked it. But yeah, this should be fairly easy to come off, so it's just a case of undoing these bits. I don't know, I might use the other mic actually. Ooh, this one's all mouldy. Ew, that's pretty gross. I might have, I'll clean that. I will use the other one. There was quite a lot of mould in the truck. I have cleaned, that's stuck down the side of the seat. Let's undo the aerial. Oh, this is going to be fun with one hand, isn't it? I might have to put the camera down in a minute, guys, just to same power connector. Oh, hang on. There you go. I just needed two hands to do that. I really ought to put this GoPro on a head mount. That's one. Wait for the rubber to drop out. Is it going to stay? There it goes. It's gone down the side of the seat. I'll never see that again. Right, I'm going to need two hands. So, yeah. Identical. The Thunderpole must have bought them out, or at least bought the design or something. But it suits me. Right, I'll just put this one back up. I'll just need two hands again. Right, that's in. That was fiddly. It was actually harder to take, put it in than to take it out. I've gone and got the new microphone because I thought, well, you saw the mould on the other one, and oh, well, there might be corrosion in the mic as well. If that's suffered the fate of corrosion, the microphone might have as well. So it's got a new. Oh, actually, that fits a lot tighter than the other one. That's really cool. Right, should power on. Yeah. Does it make a sound? Oh, hang on. Might do now. Somewhere on here there should be a let's shut that up, eh? There you go, there's the auto scan. See if it picks anything up. No. Then again, we are in a terrible spot here. We get no signal at all. I've tried it before. Where we're sitting, we sit in a hollow and we get no signal. But I won't transmit on that till I've sweared it in and tested the aerial. But that should work. But at least it's making a sound, it's picking up. The other one made nothing. It was dead. So that's that one done. Right, let's put these other bits on while we're waiting for this wire to come. Moving on to the isolation rings. Now, they go on top of the spring, up inside there. So what I'm hoping is that I've got a 5-ton jack. I'm hoping I can jack this up high enough that that spring drops clear. I think there's enough spring travel in this for that spring will actually clear. So let's have a go with this one-handed. There we go, spring's coming clear. Right. I might be able to circle that in. I was hoping it would come. It's because both wheels aren't off the ground and I don't want to unbolt the shock. If I unbolted the shock, it'd come out dead easy, which I might have to do. Yeah, I'm going to have to unbolt the shock. Bugger. I was hoping that was going to be clear enough. But you can see it's not on there, it just literally goes on top of the spring. Right, I'll lower this back down, I'll just whip that shock off. Typical, innit? Undone the top nut. It's bloody grown on, hasn't it? The little metal sleeve inside has grown on, so I've had to undo it at the bottom. So that job just got twice as much. Normally I'd just rip it off and put a new sleeve in, but I haven't got any. So. Right, is this going to separate enough? Yes it is, I can see clearance. One more. Go in at that. One more will be easier. Do not put your fingers between the spring and the chassis if you value your fingers. There we go, that's in, right. You must realise how dangerous this is doing it one-handed, guys. Right, got to get that to locate. That's pinched the rubber, so I'll have to go up again. I think what I might do is actually put the rubber in place. Right, I'm going to need two hands again. It's a two-handed day. Right, they're the wrong size. They are probably D1 or 90 size. Let me have a look. They're going to be D1 or 90. They are not 110 rears. That is what I ordered. Oh, I mean, really, you order the right bits and they send you whatever they bloody want. So I'm going to get in touch with them and try to get another set. And with that, as I've just found out my wiring isn't coming till tomorrow, I'm going to wrap this video up here, guys. And it's just started raining, so that's a perfect time to do that. We'll come back to this in a different video. We've still got a bunch of stuff to do. We've got the gaiters, we've got to get the right ones of these, and make some rock sliders and some water pipes for the water tank and stuff. So that's a perfect excuse to make another video. So if you've enjoyed it, guys, make sure to give me that thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Told you I'd crash my drone. There's the offending bit. Ah, broken it even more.